Ooh.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 349. 349. Good morning,
Ooh.
everybody. Yeah. Yeah. You know, guys, I don't know if you watched the Pirate game last night, but you got to ask yourself, what state does the San Diego Padres have to be in to come here and get dominated by the Pittsburgh Pirates? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Because
one where
we're in a pretty low place. And for somebody to come get dominated by us, that's special.
that is special. And
It's just their franchise history.
To them, that's probably just like, one
Yeah.
game, we'll brush it off. Whereas us, we're happy. We're like, heck yeah, boys, we won this thing. We dominated.
We
To them, it's like, we'll move on.
I'm just glad we have them again and then again, because we moved up. We moved up a half game in the division. We were 5.5 out yesterday. Today we were 5 out of first place. And excuse me for having a little bit of excitement in my voice, because I know this is very premature, but the division breaks down like this, guys. The Reds move back into first place. They jump back over to the Brewers. Them guys keep leapfrogging one another. The Brewers are sitting at a half game out. The Cubs are 3.5 out. The Pirates 5 games out, and the Cardinals sitting at 8 games out. We got Mitch Keller on the hill today.
Ooh, that's encouraging. That's encouraging.
Keller's coming in with an 8-3 record, 3.45 ERA, and 113 Ks. We're going against Blake Snell. Now, Blake Snell, he's a southpaw, so put that in consideration. He's coming in with a 4-6 record, fellas, but he has a 3.22 ERA. He has 104 strikeouts, and putting that into perspective, he has 104 Ks. Mitch Keller has 113 Ks. So that could be something. That could be something, but
could be something.
This team, they're real bad, and I like it.
To think though, like we could, after the series, we could move up close. We could be 3 games out of, or 2 games out of first, 3 games out of first.
Yeah, if 3 games.
About 3 games out of first. I'll take that. Because we are Padres. They're at our level. We're playing against our level competition. So apparently, there was Kutch. There was like a team meeting yesterday. Kutch actually said something, and he says, it's not his place to say a whole lot, but he wants to be able to, which is kind of, unless I read the quote wrong, but he said something. He spoke up to the team, and they responded well. You saw the way they came out last night. So it's nice to see him finally, saying like, we need to turn this ship around, and it seemed to fire the team up last night.
Something, whether it was McCutcheon's speech, whether it was the new City Connect uniforms, which I thought were sharp, and the or what was it DeMar Hamlin being there
in town,
throwing out the first pitch,
or was it J1, or was it Bay who was arguing balls and strikes?
Oh, dude, you don't even get me started. We will get to this in just a moment.
Talk about firing the team up right there. But so there was like a lot of emotion in that game last night.
Pirates win this one 9-4. They get 16 hits. This brings the Pirates up to 36-42. Drops San Diego to 37-42. They got the Padres again, game 2 out of 3 tonight at 7:05. Again, it's Mitch Keller versus Blake Snell. And just a few. Let me say this. This guy out in for the Angels, Ohtani.
Yeah.
Now, they should take everybody in the league that makes X amount of money, and I'd say Brian, Big Stacks Reynolds should fall into this category, and put them in a little room and make them watch what this guy is actually doing. Oh. This guy here, talking about earning your money
and then some.
This son of a gun yesterday, he has 10 strikeouts. He struck 10 people out while on the hill, gave up 1 earned run. He was 3 for 3 at the plate, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a walk. His average on the season is 304. His average against when he's on the hill is 180. His opponents are hitting 180 collectively. He has 27 home runs on the season, which leads the majors. What a freak of nature. And all I'm saying is this. These guys that are, big stacks. I mean, this is especially to you.
Yeah.
Take a look at this. This is what people that make big money should be doing with their performances within the game. And again, I don't expect everybody to play like this because he's a freak of nature, but to be on the in the ballpark with somebody like this, I think what deserves your money. And here's another thing: the guy for the Marlins is batting 400. These are the guys that are performing.
Yeah. What
Big Stacks is doing right now, he's
stealing a paycheck right now.
He's stealing a paycheck right now. Well, while he's on his 10-day injured reserve list. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah. Ohtani, he might be the best player in baseball.
He might be the best player ever in baseball.
He pitching, hitting. He should have been MVP last year, but I understand why they give it to Judge. Judge had a remarkable year.
Yeah.
And both of them.
It should have been one of the two.
One of the two, yeah. And, without Judge, the Yankees wouldn't have been that good. But yeah, Ohtani, he has to be the best player in baseball, best all-around player. Like, he's leading the league in home runs. He's pitching phenomenally. He's just a beast.
I mean, this is Babe Ruth shit.
Oh, it's better than Babe Ruth shit.
Better than Babe Ruth.
This guy is just amazing. Like I said, he might be the best player in baseball. And like you said, he might be the best baseball player ever. Just all around.
And, not only does he do everything, he dominates. How could one guy be so much more dominant over a whole entire league full of professional baseball players?
I just pulled up on ESPN. I just went to the Los Angeles Angels stats. Team leaders for batting average: Ohtani. Home runs: Ohtani. RBIs: Ohtani.
It's all him the whole way down.
Ohtani. Hits: Ohtani. I didn't even click over to pitching yet.
Where are they at in the division?
Pitching. Ohtani.
It's unbelievable. And you got, like I said, you got Brian Big Stacks over here collecting a paycheck. What's the where are they at in the division, Mike?
I believe the Angels were second in their division.
Second.
Let me see where they at. Where are they? Yeah, they're second. They're 44-37.
Big Stacks has us at 36-42.
Yeah. Yeah, they're 5 games back, but they're in the AL West at the Rangers and themselves, then Houston, all above 500. Yeah,
unbelievable.
He's 7-3 as a pitcher.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's an ace. I mean, come on. What's his ERA, Mike?
I'm pulling that back up. I just closed it out. He's a 3.02 ERA. Has 127 strikeouts.
Mike, listen to this. Stop for a second. Now, let me say this. Now, Mitch Keller is at a 3.45, and he's having a pretty stellar season.
Yeah.
And he has 113 Ks.
Yeah.
Look what this guy.
He's started 16 games. He's 7-3. 32 earned runs. He's given up 12 home runs, walked 39 guys, but 127 strikeouts per night. Strikeouts per 9 innings. He has 12. 12 strikeouts per 9 innings.
And we have kids that don't even want to come here to. This is unbelievable. He's better than our whole team combined.
He is. I'm gonna pull up. Let's see if I can pull up national or like the entire league. I just want to kind of see where he sits pitcher wise. Give me a few minutes.
I imagine he'd be doing. He's got to be near the top because again, Mitch Keller's having a great season, and his numbers they dwarf. It's unbelievable. This guy. Did they make him in a lab?
Yeah.
What's the deal with him?
He's tied for 5th in wins. There's a bunch of people have 9, 8, and then he is at 7. So he's like 5th, tied with a bunch of players with 7 wins. Insane. Let's see, strikeouts per 9 innings. He sits 2nd in strikeouts per 9 innings.
Now that's all over the majors. That's total.
All over the majors.
Wow.
For strikeouts. He's 3rd in strikeouts. He has 127.
Now, P on the board says
people. So like, the main pitchers, he's better than everyday pitchers.
He's not even it's insane. P on the board says Ohtani might be actually been grown in a lab, which I can't disagree with. What in the world? I've never seen anybody like this in my life.
No, and people kind of treat him as like a novelty, like a sideshow act.
Right.
No, this is like legit. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. It's and arguably the best hitter in baseball right now.
You know, and I always thought to myself, I always wondered, why isn't there somebody that's like this? Why? Because here's the thing. Think back, guys. Remember when we used to play Little League and baseball when we were kids? There was always the kid that he was the best hitter. He was also the best pitcher. He was also the best fielder. And I always thought to myself, why didn't that kid ever bud into a pro to where he was the best at everything? And this guy, he's that guy. He was that guy. The kid that was on your team that did everything great. I often wondered where those kids disappeared to. This is him right here.
Yeah, his batting average is good for 9th in all of baseball. His OPS, which is on base plus slugging percentage, is the best in baseball. The most home runs in baseball. He leads the league in total bases. The guy is amazing.
You got to kill him to stop him.
Yeah. He's in like the top 10 of just about every major category. It's insane.
Unbelievable. You can't say that he's not a blast to watch. I mean, because a lot of times you find yourself, being bored to death with baseball, and to watch somebody like him out there performing every time he's on the field and everything he does, it makes it worth it. It's like, wow, this is fun to watch. I can't believe that he's the only freaking guy out there that's like this.
I know, it's crazy. It's nuts. It just blows my mind, like where he ranks in all these categories.
Wow. Well, let's let this P says, let's see, Japan baseball is crazy. I hear my neighbor's oldest practicing by himself almost every day, plays catch with Pops when he's at home. Oh yeah, we might have the next Otani coming from over in P's neighborhood.
Yeah, they love baseball over.
They love that. Here's the thing: a lot of people love baseball. You think the South America, Central America, these countries like this, they love baseball. Asians love baseball. Everybody,
well, it's like one of the easiest games to get up and play. You just need a ball and a stick, and boom, you're good to go.
But still, it's the skill. I mean, they said hitting a professional throwing baseball is one of the hardest things to do in sports.
Hitting a home run might be the hardest thing.
I can't even imagine that I could even hit the ball that far.
Exactly.
If you think about it, if you go into a game and stood behind home plate and looked how far 400 feet is out there.
F that. You gotta be able to pull the ball down the short right field line.
Yeah, on the little
or on the left field line. Excuse me.
The wall that's like 325 feet.
Yeah, that's you get one of those short porches, baby. It's designed for you as a player. Hell yeah.
One thing that is impressive, not last night, but the night before, I did forget to mention it yesterday. Did you say your ears?
My beard. We're talking about things that are impressive.
David Bednar, 2 nights ago, not last night, but 2 nights ago, he threw his first walk of the season.
No way.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, they haven't pitched him in like 2 months, so
yeah, if he only pitches when they're winning.
Well, it's like last night they bring in Contreras for the 3-inning save.
Yeah. It was nice to see him out there. It was nice to see him not getting bombed.
Yeah.
A couple other cool notes. Let's see, we got a couple of things going on here. Nick Gonzalez, who just had his 11th at bat. He was at his 11th at bat, looking for his first pro hit. He hits a triple. And then his next time up, he hits a home run.
Ooh.
Henry Davis got 2 hits last night. So the Young Bucks are playing. The Young Bucks are bringing it. It's not these guys that I'm concerned about. But again, let me continue to blow a little bit of smoke up their asses. No, Santana also he has a 3-hit night.
Mm-hmm.
He goes back to back with Jack Sawinski. Of course, Jack Sawinski has a jack last night. Into even in Derpy, I don't know if you're alive over there, but Austin Hedges even had 2 hits. This is twice within a week this guy got hits. So again, please, if you can schedule us the San Diego Padres anymore, please do it.
That would be awesome.
That's just the Padres.
Palacios has this amazing over-the-wall catch. Did you see this?
That was a thing of beauty.
That ball was gone. It was gone. He jumped up, and I think he almost surprised himself when he came down with it. You could see his face.
He like reached back, extended, and ooh. I wish I had that kind of mobility. My arm. I can't move my arm.
Big Dick Mountain goes 6
Big
innings.
Mountain
gives up 9 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. Not the greatest line ever, but still effective enough.
Hey, you know what? He did enough to get the win. And
he did enough to get the win.
And you'll take it. At this point, I will take any type
especially against that lineup.
Yeah.
I will take the other team's airplane crashing and we get the win by default before.
Wow.
Yeah. Pieces. I didn't have the skill or emotional maturity for baseball. I can't stand the boring game. I would have been
out. I would have been in outfield.
I guess you never were taught patience, P, huh?
Oh, Derpy's fired. You know, Derpy, we will back P.
No, we will not.
I'll back P in this.
We're all listen. Derpy, what position did you play in baseball?
I wasn't good.
I mean, neither.
I was the outfield. I was the outfield.
That's all right.
Yeah, he was the left out. Same position in football, left out.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same group here. Believe me.
See, I just didn't play baseball because I was smart.
Jack Sawinski ranks 8th in the majors in OPS versus righties. 8th.
Just don't throw him out there against lefties. It did get dark, P. It did get dark. Shots were fired.
And I will defend that till I die.
Oh.
Now here's the all right. Mike brought this up. I want to talk about it. I saved this because my problem with what happened with G1 Bay was this. You're watching a baseball game and the ball was thrown, and again, P says he's learning patience at 47. You'll get it, P. Hang in there.
I'm trying at my age too, P. We just give it up.
We're new at this. We'll get it. G1 Bay, there's a ball. You're watching the game. You see the umpire's strike box, okay? As you do every game. The box that's in the middle of the
far out.
Yeah. The ball was thrown inside. I would say closer to Bay's knee than it was to the box. Okay. I know it's a ball. You know it's a ball. Everybody knows it's a ball. A million people that's watching the game knows it's a ball. And the umpire calls it a strike.
Do you have a picture of?
I don't. I could draw you one. You want me to draw you a picture?
Just draw the zone and then just put like
there's the zone.
Where it's at.
There's the zone.
So
listen.
Bay's
knee outside the zone.
The point is, listen, it was outside the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was strike one, and I think this is what really set the ump over because it was strike one. But anyway, the ball was inside, off the ball. Not even a shred of the ball was on the box, and the umpire calls it a strike. G1 Bay turns and he points down, and I think in his own way he says it was inside.
Yeah.
And the umpire, you're out of here. He throws him out. So basically, my issue is this. The umpire was wrong. Obviously.
Yes.
We all have physical evidence because you can see the little ball is not on that box at all. It's outside of the box. The umpire's wrong. The batter, who was done wrong by the situation, turns, not even protests. See, he puts his hand down and says it was inside. He gets thrown out. My problem is this. For and it wasn't like it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't a big fight. For just saying this was inside, which we all seen. Every single person except for that umpire apparently seen this. And he has the power to then turn around and throw you out of the game because he made a bad call.
Because he got shown up.
That is
his
exactly
feelings were hurt.
Bias to big market teams? Question mark?
No, this is just the umpires being butthurt.
Probably a little bit of both, but in this situation, I think it's more the butthurt thing. But he was wrong. He was absolutely 100% wrong. And the fact that he got shown up is why he threw. G1 Bay never caused a problem in this league. I mean, I've watched, I think, every game until this point, and he might be one of the nicest kids on the field. and he's just a little upset. And as he's arguing on his way off the field, he's going three times. So this, obviously is happening over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in football or in baseball, I'm sorry, you have the luxury of seeing that box right in the middle of your screen.
The officiating in Major League Baseball is
the worst.
The worst. And like the umpires know that they're being scrutinized. They know this. And they can't deal with being called out. They have the thinnest skin ever. They think people are there to see them. Like you said, like if this happens in, like you see it happen in football and hockey, soccer all the time. Referee makes a bad call. People, they argue with them and then they move on. These guys, they want to throw people out. They want the managers getting up in their faces. They want to throw them out. They want to feel like they have this. You give them like an iota of authority and they abuse it.
There's got to be a medium ground between that and when players go on and on and on and continue to cause trouble with the situation. There's got to be a middle ground. There's got to be, because that was not, and it's not. Listen. If it was in the playoffs or a game where, come on, we're 5 games out of first place. We're 6 games under 500. I'm not arguing this because we got screwed out of a game and we don't get to go to the World Series. This is just an average everyday baseball game. They should be able to at least put their hand down so that was inside without getting thrown out of the game.
Exactly. We see, cornerbacks and wide receivers
because it's true.
Looking for hands, looking for the call. We see linemen saying defensive linemen saying they were held, and referees just go, you know what? Okay. We'll, shut up, move on. And they make a mental note of it. Okay. Did I miss something? Because they want to get it right as best they can. Baseball umpires, they don't care. They don't care whether they are right or wrong. They just don't want to be told. They're very, very arrogant. And like P said, he probably had some money on the game. Yeah, the umpire probably had his mortgage on the line. Had that house payment money on the game. These guys they're soft little babies, is what they are. They've always been that way.
If you're fixing things to fix the sport of baseball, fix this, because this is a problem.
I can't wait till there's
the robots
that just call it, and the umpires have to stand there and say ball or strike, and then safe or out when there's a play at the plate. That's what baseball needs, because it's a joke.
So when this umpire goes back and watches, so when the umpire goes and he watches this game back, and he sees that he was wrong, and he sees that he threw a guy out who was literally just arguing the truth and saying, "Dude, come on, this is ridiculous. I'm not challenging your authority. I'm just saying this ball is obviously not across the plate."
It wasn't even close. But they don't care. He'll probably say, "Oh no, the box is wrong. The box is wrong."
Yeah, the box is wrong. Of course,
the box is wrong. I'm not wrong.
The computer that's always in the same exact spot over the plate, between the letters, between the knees, that's wrong.
Here's what I want. I want this box overlaid. I'm gonna do a little soapbox here for a second. I want this box overlaid over all of who was the pitcher for the Braves, Maddox. I want it every at bat thrown over his, because that guy had the widest strike zone. Because you would see, like back in the day, man, when that box wasn't on there, the pitches would be so far outside you couldn't tell. Now you can tell, how bad their umpire strike zones are. You can see how they have a bigger strike zone for certain pitchers nowadays. You can see how if you're a veteran, your strike zone is wider than if you're a rookie. Your strike zone is going to be compact and smaller. And that's kind of like taking that away from the umpires. Because I remember back in the day, people saying, "Oh, this umpire, man, he has a pretty big strike zone, so you got to work for it. You're going to have to watch yourself," or "He has a small one, you got to watch yourself." Now they're taking away that element. They're making it actually fair. And that's, these umpires don't like it, because back in the day, man, they were able to have their own strike zone and you just had to deal with it. If it was a half-inch outside, hey, guess what? That's my strike zone. I'm going to give it to the pitcher. Now they don't have it, and they're big babies.
It's unbelievable. This was the one thing that was on my mind throughout the rest of the evening and through the morning, and I couldn't wait to talk about it, because it is ridiculous. And again, if you're changing things to fix the sport of baseball, which I think we could all agree is a long time coming, this certainly has to be addressed. It was ridiculous. It was a bad pitch. It was a pitch inside. And for being right, the batter gets thrown out of the game just because the umpire, like Mike says, has thin skin and feels like he was showed up. And that's retarded. That's retarded. That's
it is.
That's different level shit there.
Yeah, they're babies. They are babies.
Mike, we have 3 days until the USFL championship. The USFL, in fact, announced, Mike, their third season. They are going to be back for another season.
All right.
Yes. The numbers for the games over the weekend, the Birmingham New Orleans game, of course, the blowout that we watched on Sunday evening had 852,000 viewers.
Not bad.
852,000. In the Pittsburgh, Michigan game, which went to overtime, the thriller on Saturday evening finished up with 957,000 viewers.
That's not, I'm telling you what, man, that's not bad for that league.
It's not.
Oh, that's pretty damn good numbers.
And that's 105,000 more than the other two teams. So I think there's going to be a lot of people pulling for this Maulers team. They are the underdogs coming into the game, and people like to see the underdogs win. So again, 3 days, guys. 3 days, and if you make your way up to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, you do get a free T-shirt upon entering the stadium. So make your way up there, cheer on the Pittsburgh Maulers, and get your free tee.
Everyone loves free T-shirts. I love
everyone loves free T-shirts.
I want a free T-shirt.
The Pittsburgh Penguins schedule was released in its entirety yesterday, Mike. I don't know if you caught it.
I did not catch that. Only thing I caught was like that opening day schedule where there's that whole slate of games.
Blackhawks, I think we got.
Yeah, where like every game starts within like 15 minutes of each other. That's kind of cool. I saw that. I was on Twitter yesterday and I saw that. I'm surprised I didn't see everyone complaining about the number of back-to-back games the Penguins have. That seems to be a yearly tradition.
They haven't realized yet, Mike.
They have 12 sets of back-to-back games.
I
can't
love
wait till I see
games.
that. Like, because no other team has back-to-back nights.
All right.
You know what? But I am that fan too that counts how many back-to-back games we have and compares it to our rivals to see how we are getting screwed. I am that guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to my Penguins, I am that guy.
You are the hockey guy.
How I say, like Steeler fans, you guys are nuts. I'm that guy. Yeah. I'm that way when it comes to the Penguins. So, I'm just projecting my own self-hatred onto others.
If you're following this red hot Pittsburgh Riverhounds team, like they're back home this Saturday, like they host Louisville at Highmark Stadium. Get down, check out, and support your Riverhounds as well if you're not able to make it up to Canton for the big USFL championship. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website?
TwoDumbYinzers.com. Head on over there for all your Two Dumb Yinzers needs. We have more links than what's listed on the screen. What else is on there? Oh, yeah, the merchandise store. Buy yourself some Two Dumb Yinzers merch and the Bob Nothing t-shirts, hoodies, everything to show your displeasure about the Pirates owner, the hillbilly prince, Bob Nothing.
The charlatan. So there you have it, everybody.
My God, I just read what I typed in the chat. I cannot speak English properly.
You are mildly retarded,
but not mildly. It might actually be tested and verifiable. That was like I was typing and talking. I was typing and talking at the same time, and I think I left words out of both what I was typing and talking. I cannot multitask anymore.
Derpy, how long are you going on vacation for?
A week.
A week.
Yep.
So we planned our vacation perfect. We planned it around you, Derpy.
Yes.
My whole life is becoming revolving around you two, and I don't like that.
Yeah, baby. This is another San Diego Padres question of the day. Are you fellas prepared for this? This is more difficult now. You got the easy ones out of the way. You got your Tony Gwynns and your what year were they first brought into the league?
Mm-hmm.
A little tougher today. You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Derpy,
it's not the Cubs. I'm okay.
All right. As long as the Cubs aren't the ass end of the fact, Derpy's fine.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Which Padre hit 5 home runs in one day?
Ooh.
I'm looking for a Padre that hits 5 home runs in one day. Comb back and forth through your minds. I'll come back with you in just one moment, and I will give you choices if you would like. We here at the Two Dumb Ninjas, we're on 7 days a week. This is our summer schedule, Monday through Sunday, every single day at 11:30 a.m. You can find us right here. And this show that we do every day gets uploaded at 8 o'clock in the evening over on Spotify. If you only want to have a chance to listen to the show, maybe put it in your earbuds in the car on the way to work, whatever you want to do. This episode, every day, brand new episode gets uploaded at 8 o'clock in the evening over on Spotify in podcast form. So there will always be available for you. Check it out. All right, fellas, you want some choices on this one?
I need some choices.
You need some
Yeah,
names.
we need some choices.
Some names to choose from. All right, so here we go. Which Padre hit 5 home runs in one day? Your choices are A, Adrian Gonzalez, B, Phil Nevin, C, Nate Colbert, or D, Greg Vaughn. Let me give them to you one more time. Adrian Gonzalez, Phil Nevin, Nate Colbert, and Greg Vaughn. We're looking for the Padre that hit 5 home runs in one day. P, with those being your choices, also take a moment to think that over. One more time. Which Padre hit 5 home runs in one day? Which is an amazing. I can't even believe anybody's ever done this. Your choices are Adrian Gonzalez, Phil Nevin, Nate Colbert, and Greg Vaughn. I'm going to start with Mike today. Mike.
I'm going to go with Vaughn.
We're going to go with Greg Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn. Give me Vaughn.
Give me Vaughn. Let's see. Got you locked in on Greg Vaughn. Derpy. Which Padre hit 5 home runs in one day? Was it Adrian Gonzalez, Phil Nevin, Nate Colbert, or Greg Vaughn?
I'm gonna go Nate.
Nate Colbert.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna lock Derpy in. And then on the board, P says Gonzalez had 2 monster years. So it looks like P's going with Adrian Gonzalez. Interesting.
Good
Interesting, fellas. We got 3 different answers. Watch it be Phil Nevin.
Watch it be Phil Nevin.
All right, here we go. Which Padre, which father hit 5 home runs in one day? Adrian Gonzalez, Phil Nevin, Greg Vaughn, Nate Colbert. Michael says Greg Vaughn. Derpy says Nate Colbert. P says Adrian Gonzalez. And of course, the answer is, everybody, this person here hit 5 home runs in one day was Nate Colbert. Nate Colbert. Nate Colbert. Remember, he was the most unlikely answer yesterday. I don't know if you remember that.
That's
or not.
what I remember. That's why I went with it.
Nate Colbert, guys. I would have guessed anyone but him, to be honest. That's the name that I don't recognize the most out of all those players. So
that's why I went with it, because the question yesterday.
Crazy.
Pretty good if he did that.
Absolutely.
I forgot about Gonzalez till P brought up, he had that good juice.
Yeah, man.
A lot of those guys back then have that good juice.
Here's the thing. I mean, the other 3 guys are names that you remember.
Yeah.
Nate Colbert is not. What was this? His only 5 home runs in his career? He decided to get them all in one game, fit them all in. But there you go, Derpy. You nailed it, Derpy.
Ooh.
What do we got? Derpy,
like
what do you got for us before we take off?
Stairway to 7.
Stairway to 7. I like it. I'm feeling confident myself. I'm getting more and more excited every day, because we are, in fact, only 74 days away from kickoff. Mike, what about you?
I got nothing.
Mike got nothing.
Oh no, wait. I do have.
Oh wait.
Please.
When you're going to close roads to set up for the fair, please put up signs that say road closed ahead. I don't need to know this when I turn down the road I need to go down to and find out it's closed once I get there. Give people fucking warnings when you close down a goddamn road. Put a sign up say road closed ahead so I know to take alternate routes.
Actually, forgot to mention.
I can't say I don't agree. I can't say that I do not agree.
Oh, I've been holding that in ever since I got home today.
Okay.
From work. I fucking hate my town.
Pete says Nate Colbert sounds like my junior high history teacher.
He sounds like a guy that Michael Jordan would have played against and put 40 on, and people would act like it's the
Right.
greatest performance of all time. Some substitute teacher.
I like
Oh my
it.
God, I'm
That's something
fired
else
up at the
too,
end of the
man.
show.
Forgot
Let's
that.
end this show before I ramble on for another 40
My
minutes.
thing is this. There's 74 days left, and there is not one player that I could remember. I know there's been 74s on the squad for the Steelers, but I cannot remember one number 74. Mike, pull it up real quick. If you could do it real quick, pull it up and please give me the most memorable name from the list of people that wore number 74 to send us off.
I have something else to mention.
First
too.
one that pops up. We got Spencer Anderson. He's on the team now.
All right, let's not do Spencer Anderson just because he's on the just because we just drafted him. Give me the next most notable name, Mike.
Wow. I can't find it. Give me a minute. Hold on. Number
Let me see
70.
something.
I can't. This is, you're putting me under the spot.
No,
here.
I said hump everything.
Here we go. From the 1974 Steelers, we have Dave Revis.
What? Too much.
Who is it?
There we go.
Dave Revis.
Dave Revis.
He was on the 1974 Steelers. It's best I could come up with real quick.
All right, there you
That's
go.
the best one we
Dave
got.
Revis
I'll take it.
is the most notable name on this
You're
list of people
fucking
who were number
killing me.
74.
I'll take it.
I that's what I thought. I literally laid there this morning when I was getting up and I thought to myself, who is a number 74? I couldn't think of one person, not one. I went back through all the years in my life in my mind. I couldn't think of number 74. So
Hold on. We have
Dave
I have
Revis.
something else to say too.
Willie Cologne. There we
Willie
go.
Cologne.
I
All
forgot
right.
about
Willie
Willie
Cologne.
Willie Cologne might be the best of the bunch.
Yeah,
I have something else to say too.
that speaks volumes. All right, what's up, Derps? We got a roll, man.
I just want to say rest in peace, Ryan Mallett.
Yep, there you go.
Condolences to his family.
It's unfortunate, absolutely.
Way to bring it on a down note, Dirk.
Yeah, Mike
I'm
was
sorry. I had to get it in there. I'm sorry.
Mike was in a good mood.
I wasn't a good mood. We had fucking Willie Cologne and Chris Hubbard. Okay.
Chris
And this is
Hubbard.
what you do to me. This is what,
Mhm.
that's what we're ending the show with. Willie Cologne.
He says number 74 equals that guy. And on
That
that
guy-
note, we are going to be we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place for Derpy, Mike, Ryan, the two dumb ninjas. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.